What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. A gutsy win tonight by the New York Knicks, 104-93 in the Big Easy. New Orleans, big time win for them boys on the road. The captain flexing his muscle, 39 big points for Jalen Brunson, 6 assists. The big cat, 11 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double. But listen, this was a total team effort tonight, but really led by the captain. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys, 104-93, the return of the captain. 39 big points for Jalen Brunson, who got activated in that third quarter. Listen, the ball game was kind of like up in the air, right? It felt like this was going to be another doozy, right? You saw how a game was. The game was being played very physical. The refs were letting a lot of things go. And that's what happens sometimes on the road. This Rover, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys on the road in the Big Easy, 104-93. The captain, Jalen Brunson, got activated tonight. 39 big points for him and 6 assists. And so when you have a game like this where it's kind of like things listen, that was the only way the Pelicans were going to win this game. They had to make it dirty. They had to make it mucky. Had to get in the mud and just kind of make the game kind of just, right? Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with LV Live tonight. 104-93, big win for them boys on the road. The big cat, another double-double for him. And so that was the only way we were going to win this game, right? And so the Knicks had to match that type of intensity. They had to have a throwback game. We had to take it back to what it was last year. And Jalen Brunson said, all right, look, I'm tired of this. Knicks are down by 14 in that third quarter. And that's where they won the game. It's about 8 minutes left. And then the captain just started getting busy. Started bombing away threes. He looked like Brunson from last year. I'm talking about the top 5 MVP guy. Second team All-NBA. A lot of people felt like he should have been first team, like myself, but he got activated. And that's what you do, man. That's what you do when this is your team. You are the captain. And so what you do is you grab the bull by the horns and you say, listen, I'm taking us to the winning circle. That's what I'm doing. And that's what Jalen Brunson did tonight. 39 big points, but 16 of those points in the third quarter and grabbed the game by the chokehold and never let it go. And that's what you do. That's what you do when you are the captain. You don't see things things aren't cooking well. You see, they kind of got Towns in foul trouble. He was kind of shaking up a bit. And you just say, okay, you know what? Everybody move out the way. I'm going to a 1-4 flat to clear out. And I'm doing what I want to do. And that's what happened, man. To me, that's the ball game. It ain't really nothing special. Nothing special with that. Our star came to play. And that's it. Now, of course, I'm going to touch on everybody else and how well they played. But the game ball goes to the captain. He was the man tonight, and it was much needed because the Knicks didn't look right tonight in the Big Easy. But he slammed the door on those Pelicans to move the Knicks to 18-10 on the season. Let's go to the highlights, people. Listen, man, great game for him, man. Great game for him, but it was a lot of supporting cast. I thought it was a lot of great production from a lot of people. I thought Mikal Bridges, once again, another great game for him. He had 18 points, and I thought he was great defensively. Also, too, the big thing about him, what I'm noticing, is that he's getting really, really good offensively with them corner jump shots. Gideon, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 104-93. The big cat, 11 points. 10 rebounds. But Bridges, once again, like I said it last game, he's starting to turn the corner. So you got to love how he's looking at the things that he's doing, because now he's pretty much, getting in his groove. And what I love is that he's knocking down big-time shots when big-time shots were needed. And I think that corner three is starting to become money for him. He's always in the right place at the right time, it seems like. There was one time Josh Hart got caught in the air trying to do a jump pass, and Mikal Bridges just kind of slid into the right spot, caught the ball, and hit that fadeaway. That 15-footer, that fall-away is money for him. But now he's starting to knock down them corner threes. And so now we're scoring in bunches, right, because of what he can do offensively. So even though a guy like Cat didn't have it going, the other night Brunson didn't have it going offensively. But Mikal Bridges was big the other night with 29 points. He was big again tonight, coming up with big-time buckets, 18 points for him. I thought it was also, too, another great game for OG Anunoby. He had 16 points, but did really, really good with the deflections, getting in there, poking the ball away, got a lot of steals, just being active. Typical OG Anunoby, right? I thought he was really, really good tonight as well defensively, right? And then we saw the return of Josh Hart. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 104-93. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 39 points, 6 assists. The return of Josh Hart, 14 big points for him. I'm glad to see that he's back in the lineup. He did really, really well today. You didn't really see him kind of skip a beat, right, at all. You didn't see that from him. And, and that's what I love from him, right? He kind of, it's like he just slides right in. Like it's like as if like he didn't really miss a game, nothing. It's just Josh Hart being Josh Hart. But this is a game that suited Josh Hart because it was like a rugged game. And what I mean by rugged, it was just a situation to where they was hacking. We kind of had to meet that intensity that they had because that was the only way they were going to win, guys. And you saw them start to cool off in the second half. And so you had to meet that intensity, and that's what Josh Hart is there to do. And once he started doing that, then the captain started getting activated, ball game. And once we had the lead in that third quarter, going into that fourth, I knew the game was over. Atlantic Lion, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys in the Big Easy, 104-93. Mikal Bridges, 18 big points. And so it was good to see Josh Hart's back. I'm glad, whatever personal thing he had going on, man, I'm glad that kind of got rectified and he's back with the team. So that was good to see with him. But, we need our heart and soul, man, because that's what he is to this team. He is the heart and soul of this team. So it was good to see him back and good to see him kind of just be Josh Hart, right? Getting into every loose ball, just in the mess, right? You know what I mean? When things get kind of crazy down there, Josh Hart finds a way in the middle of that, right? And I thought that was great for the team as well. And so all in all, man, great team win. I thought everybody had their moments, right, during this game. I also like Jericho Sims, man. His minutes tonight were great. And if you notice, Tibs went with him tonight as opposed to Precious. Precious came in that first half. We didn't see Precious in the second half. We saw Sims. And I thought Sims had a lot of great minutes, man. Jumping up, blocking some shots, getting offensive rebounds. He had 8 boards tonight, 4 offensive, 4 defensive. And he was a great presence there, man. Sometimes, you don't really need to score to impact the game. And I thought he did that. We saw Cat didn't have it going because of the fouls. I'm going to talk about that with him too. But I thought Sims, man, was there being a big body, just being active, man. I thought he was great tonight. Great in all aspects. And he really, really played a big part to our win tonight. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys, 104-93. OG Anunoby, 16 big points. So, like, I don't know what the deal is with these refs and like these fouls, man. Like the way the game was being played, right? You got to let it kind of play out like for a guy like Towns, because what I thought was that because of the way the refs were calling it, it kind of threw Towns off his game and it kind of threw us off our game offensively. And then we kind of lost our rhythm a bit. And because of that, you saw the offense look kind of clunky. Remember, this offense is meant to be a 5-out with Towns. And once he's rolling and he's playing well, then it kind of spills off into everybody else. Brunson could be a facilitator. He could do what he does. But we really need Towns to operate that 5-out set that we like to run offensively. But when he kind of gets in a rut, he kind of gets in foul trouble, we struggle offensively. Because when they're doubling Brunson at the top of that key, he's got to have somebody to kick it to either knock down a 3 or have somebody cutting. And that's what Towns does so great, because when they trap Brunson, they give it to Towns. He either sees somebody cutting to the hole, to the basket, or whatever you want to call it. Or he's knocking down a 3 at the top of that key, or he's doing taking those big Ewing steps and finishing at the rack, right? So that's what you want to see, right? But when he's out, it kind of shook up some things, man. And I thought that's what happened. When he came back in that second half and he didn't get no foul trouble, and then Brunson was able to operate, I thought that's when we took off, right? And so he's key, because even though he didn't have a great offensive night, he still had a double-double, which I thought was great. You have to respect him because of how great of a player he is. So then it opens up the floor for Brunson. And so that changes everything offensively for us. So I think that his presence is big. Just so sometimes even Brunson may not be shooting it well, but his presence is big. You got to respect him. Hence, because of what happened tonight, he almost had a 40-piece, right? So because of that, it just makes the offense so much better. And I thought that he just didn't look like the same player after picking up that third foul. He just didn't. Let's take a look at the stats right here, guys. Right, so you see it, right? We shot 44% from the field. They shot 41%. We shot 15 for 37 from 3. They shot 12 for 34. We were 13 for 15 from the line. They were 13 from 19. We got out-rebounded tonight, guys. 45 to 42. And they beat us in a turnover battle. 19 to 17 was pretty much even. And the bench points, we didn't get much bench production tonight, but it was the captain. They got 26. So in a lot of ways, guys, altogether, they were matching us with everything. You see the stats look pretty even. Of course, the bench points, they have the edge. But it's just they didn't have the star power, man. They were like we had. We have the captain on our team, right? So that would pretty much is what kind of tipped the scale, right? And pretty much in our favor for the second half. And that's what the ball came down, the game came down to was just Brunson. That's it. Brunson being Brunson, man. And for me, I'm glad I saw this because, you know, all the talk about what happened with Atlanta and Dyson Daniels and all these wings that are so great. You see what he did to Herb Jones tonight, man. You see what he did. So that's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me Dyson Daniels is better than Herb Jones? Herb Jones is first team all defense, man. So when the captain's aggressive, this is what he does, man. This is what he does. So that's why that whole Dyson Daniels thing, it was bothering me because I said, yo, man, we've seen him do this to other people with no problem. He just wasn't being aggressive for whatever reason. And so this is the Brunson I know. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys, 104 to 93. Mikal Bridges, 18 big points. So this is the captain that we know, right? So it was great to see him get activated tonight, man. And when you see your team is struggling, and this is what the way he played in the second half was the way I thought he should have played in that second half against Atlanta. I thought that's how he should have played. Because when you see they're struggling offensively and it's kind of looking kind of clunky, you got to say, all right, man, give me the ball. Watch this. Because we got to get a W. And I thought that he didn't do that in that game because this is what I wanted Brunson to be like. And you're going to get great wings, great defense. DeJounte Murray is no slouch. He's great defensively. Herb Jones, I already said what he is, right? First team all defense. Trey Murphy III is legit defensively. So you got three guys that get after it. To me, just another Dyson Daniels. And he was on this team, to be honest. He was on this team. They traded him to get DeJounte Murray. So what I'm saying is it's no different, man. All these guys, how big is Trey Murphy? Trey Murphy's about 6'9". Daniel 6'8". How big is Herb Jones? Herb Jones is about 6'5", 6'6". So he can get it whenever he wants, man. It's just a matter of him being aggressive. And so to me, this is what he should do in moments like this. Still don't go. I know Towns is here, but still don't stop being you when the moment calls for it. Right? Facilitate, do what he's been doing, which is great. He's almost pretty much at 8 assists this year, which is fabulous. But still be you when we need you to be the captain. And I thought he did that tonight because we needed him to, because offensively, we just didn't have it going at all. At all. So let's hear from the captain, man. Let's hear what he has to say.
Right there. I'm sorry. No, it seemed like you guys were running in mud there for a little while. They were playing such physical basketball. In that third quarter, what turned it around? It was a massive turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A fire got lit, and I found a way to make a couple shots, and then turn that some defense into some good offense, and from there on, it was obviously we found a way.
Jalen, for me, it always feels like you're in control of every possession. They were very aggressive with you, double teaming. How do you know when it's time, you know what, to just go, I'm going to take over scoring-wise. I'm going to put my scoring hat on, and you guys just follow me?
It's different in every situation. And you got to read the game. And once I saw one go in, I had another good look, and then I knew it was time to go. And they found a way to keep making shots. And, yeah, gosh, we got the lead, and then from that point on, we just played well with the lead.
Have you noticed a huge difference in how you're being defended this year?
A little bit. It's it's different. It's different every other night. You got to give them credit. But I got to stay focused and knowing that it's not always going to be the same. And so I can't get frustrated or think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be easy. And I got to have the same mindset every single night, knowing that I got to find ways to keep my teammates involved and still be aggressive.
As the captain, how do you feel where you guys are at right now? And what do you think is the next step and where you guys can go? Because it seems like the court's open, the space is there, and things are flowing and clicking, finding ways to win, even on not nights like tonight. How do you feel where you guys are at?
I mean, there's always still room for improvement, but I think we're in a good space. We're finding ways to win. We're learning how to block out a lot of things, and most importantly, we're sticking together. I think through thick and thin, no matter what's going on, wins or losses, we stick together. We're going to continue to get better.
MVP chance on the road. Another terrific road win. Thank you, Jalen.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Well said by the captain. Well said by the captain. This Rover. This Rover, man, I had to cut that out, man. We got to keep it G-rated, this Rover. We got to keep it G-rated up in here. But well said by the captain, man. Well said by the captain. The reality is that he got activated, man. That's it. And like he said, you got to find ways to get wins in this league. And yes, he mentioned how he is being guarded defensively. You got to make adjustments in this league, man. You got to make adjustments. And I think that he's still finding his niche, right? He's still figuring out, because once again, this 5-out set with Cat has changed everything for everybody. It's made everybody's game better. But with him, he's still trying to find his pockets to where he can make the right play for his team. Even though he gets busy offensively, he's still a team-first guy. So I think he's still at times trying to figure out where he needs to turn it up, right? So, but at the same time, still getting everybody involved. That's a weird place to be in, because you're so used to being the guy like what it was last year. So it's hard to turn that off. So I think he's still trying to figure that out in moments. And I think that with Towns not having it going, like I said, the fouls kind of threw his game off a bit. I think that he realized, okay, this is the moment where I have to really kind of turn it on. And it felt like Brunson of last year. And this is what we've known him to be, right? Them shots he was making, I said, okay, now here comes the captain. We're going to win this game tonight. I knew it. Once he started knocking them down, I said, this is what we know. And so I love the fact that he talked about, just the team camaraderie, how, these guys, they stick together. Like all those things that he's touching on, he understands what matters most. Win games, keep the team together, and that's it. They're able to really dig deep and really learn how to win games like this. Guys, a game like this, they lose earlier in the season. Now they're starting to win these games. Remember, it started in Charlotte when they played terrible the day after Thanksgiving, and they eked out a win by 1 point. Now they did the same thing here. So once again, like I said before, you got to learn how to win these games. This is championship pedigree type of games. So when you don't have it going and you kind of feel a little rattled, what do you need to do to pull out a victory? That's it. Just get the W, man. And I thought that's what they did tonight, man. So once again, they're learning how to win games like this. When it gets a little muddy and stuff like that, you know how to win games. Listen, they won games flashy the other night by blowing out the Timberwolves, and they won a game ugly tonight on the road against a very pesky and feisty Pelicans team. They pulled it out. So you got to salute them, man. They're learning how to win games, and that's all that matters. Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 104-93 in the Big Easy. The captain, Jalen Brunson, went nuclear tonight. 39 big points, 6 assists for him. So I think that's the most important thing, man. They're learning how to win together as a team. And I love the fact also, too, like, you saw Cat didn't have it going, but still, he was crashing the boards. He still was playing great defensively. He still was getting great rebounds when they needed it, when they was missing. So I thought Cat was great also. Cat also, too, he came in with a timely three in that corner, right? He banged that one in the corner, kind of bumped the lead up to 12. So he was still able to knock down shots, too. So once again, man, you're learning how to win as a team. And you're kind of picking up on how, like, we're starting to pick up victories here. We're starting to win. Now, guys, look. We got Toronto Monday. We got San Antonio on Christmas Day. Guys, we can go into these next set of games 20-10, man. I think that's a real possibility. So once again, we're learning how to win. We're respecting each opponent. And when we don't have our best, we're still able to pull out the victories. And I think that's great to see. I think it's great to see. And I think it's great to kind of see how we're really starting to kind of form as a team. Like I said, man, listen, guys, this game we lose earlier in the season. We lose this game. And everybody will be on here complaining. All this, all that. You will hear it. Hey, guys, let me ask you something. I'm going to whisper for a second. I don't think I hear any more like Bridges chatter, right? Is anybody out there talking crazy about him anymore? I just want to ask that question to everybody in the chat. Is anybody talking crazy about Bridges anymore? I just need to know, man, because the talk was crazy about the guy. And I said it here on this show. I said, yo, everybody's like going bananas on him. Like, chill out. He just got here. Give him time. He's looking like every bit of the guy that we thought we was going to see, right? He's getting after it defensively. McCollum is no slouch. He had him in cuffs. There was a couple of times he had DeJounte Murray locked down. He's not a bum. He's getting deflections, getting steals, getting in the passing lane. He's knocking down that corner three. There's no more chirping about Bridges anymore, is there? Everybody's quiet. They're quiet like church mouses. Am I correct here? Everybody give me a thumbs up in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody's quiet now. Look what this guy's doing, man. He's putting up monster numbers in the last 10 games. I did his stats the other day. He's up to 22.5 points a game now. Shooting over 50% from the field, shooting 40% from three. And getting after it defensively. It's kind of quiet, right? Everybody's whispering. Everybody's quiet. He's sitting over in corners now, not saying nothing. This guy's getting busy. Now, no one's... And I don't even hear nobody giving him props neither. They was destroying the guy, ready to ship him off back to Brooklyn. And now, look. They don't even give him his props, man. Oh, yeah, we didn't really have an issue with him. Here, it's just defensively. They're just finding reasons. Now they're quiet. I told everybody, relax. This guy's going to be fine, man. Look how well he's playing. Listen, guys, he's been the X factor in these last two games. Other games he played really, really well, but against the Wolves and tonight, X coming up with big shots. When the Knicks are up by 2, you'll see him come down and bang down a 3. When the Knicks need a bucket, he'll hit a 15-footer. Just doing the little things, coming up with big-time shots. You're like, yo, man, this guy comes up with like sneaky big baskets when we need him. Remember, he was part of that run in Minnesota in that second quarter, which blew the game open. He was part of that run. It was him. He was out there. And he was out there with Brunson when Brunson started cooking. He was hitting them corner threes, hitting that 15-footer. Earl Garris, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys, 104-93. The Big Cat, double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. So you got it, yo, man. This guy's been playing really, really, really well, man. Really well. Also, too, people, real quick sidebar, man. Make sure you go out and you vote today for the All-Stars. 3 for 1 right now. 3 for 1. Let's go out and let's go vote for the All-Stars. All right, let's do this, please. Let's get our heroes up in there, man. We got to get these guys in there. I talked about him earlier, but I'm going to talk about him again. Knicks 100 GM, I hope you're in here. What about Sims tonight, man? What about Sims? Including LV, I ain't afraid of the heat. I could take the heat, man. You could bring the heat towards me, too. I thought Sims was finished. I thought, with Precious back, I said, nah, ain't no way, man. You got to love Tibs, man. Tibs still believes in this guy. And as a player, myself as a player, I love coaches like that, man. Because as fans, listen, we were destroying this guy, LV included. I thought Sims is done. But Tibs still believes in the guy, put him out there, and he came up with big moments in the game. Big time rebounds, big time contest at the shot. At the rim to make people change their shots. Getting the offensive rebounds, kicking it out to Bridges for a 15-footer. I thought his minutes were amazing, man. Big time minutes for him. But you got to tip your hat to Tibbs on that, man, because I thought Tibbs was never going to play the guy again. I thought with Precious being back, I said, okay, I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back. I think he's in the doghouse for good. Tibbs played the guy. And I got one better. Precious did not play in the second half. Sims played and came in for Towns and gave us solid minutes. You got to salute Sims on this, man. You got to really salute him. I thought he played really, really well tonight. And I think also, too, the most important thing is that he didn't lose his confidence. He came out there. He played really well. He knows that, he was in a doghouse for a little bit with Tibbs, but maybe games like this get him out the doghouse. And to me, honestly, I love it regardless whether we get a win. That's what I care about. But the most important thing is that the head coach, gives you another opportunity to kind of make amends for how bad you played another game, right? He gives you opportunities to really go out there and show that, hey, listen, man, I had a bad game a couple of games ago, but I can make up for it. He gives you that opportunity, man, and that's what you want. That's all you want as a player. And once again, I'm speaking right now as a ball player. That's all you want, because we've all played bad games. I've had bad games to where, I've gotten taken out of the game and I didn't come back in. It happens, man. But what you want is you want your coach to say, okay, you know what, listen, that was last game. That was a couple of games ago. It's a big moment right now. I need your minutes. Can you produce? Can you produce? So, I loved his minutes tonight. I loved his minutes. I thought it was really great minutes tonight. And I thought that it was like key minutes too. You know what I mean? Like key moments in the game. And I thought he came up with really, really big moments, right? That really helped us come up with big time plays, big time deflections, rotations, like all that stuff. I thought was fabulous, man. So we got to salute Sims on that. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 104-93. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 39 big points. Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Blanks. Hope all is well with you. Happy holidays to you and yours, sir. Big win for them boys in the Big Easy. All right, let's go to Tibs, man. Let's see what Tibs is talking about.
And then, Jalen, obviously, the shot making and just lifting everyone up. And we just, we were struggling and then just found a way to win. So that was, I thought we had a good stretch defensively in the third that also led us into the open floor and played a little faster and got into a good rhythm. And then the shot making was terrific.
Just Jalen, when Cat doesn't have it or he's in foul trouble,
yeah, and that was the challenge. The foul trouble with Cat sort of knocked us out of rhythm, and then we were sloppy with the ball, which they're good in terms of turning you over, and so that was a problem. But then I thought Mikal got going. I thought he and OG defensively and the third were terrific. And then when Jericho was in there, it also with his defense had a big impact on the game.
Until he kind of got fired, he was hitting Herb and other long arm defenders at Jalen, but they're trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, well, that he's going to see that, and then and you got to be smart, and and like I said, the big thing is Cat's fouls. I want to take a look at them. I think some of them, we can fix, like with discipline, and so that took us out of our rhythm. We just got to be better with that. All right,
so the Knicks. So once again, right? So I thought Tibs made a lot of great points here. A lot of great points. Let me stick on the last part of what he talked about, right? And he talked about, the whole Cat situation, right? And he said you got to take a look at the fouls and he's got to get better. Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. There are a couple of times in those games, like with fouls, I'm like, yo, man, you guys gotta like chill. Just call. And the reason why I say that is because you're unsure how to play. And what I mean by that is the refs kind of dictate whether it's going to be a physical game or there's going to be a tight whistle. But if it's kind of in between, you don't know how to play. So they were letting the Pelicans get away with a lot of like roughhousing, pushing, slapping, doing a whole bunch of nonsense, which is fine. They were kind of mucking up the game because that was the only thing they could do to get the Knicks out of rhythm to try to have a chance of even winning tonight. So I get it, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it either way. I love it when it's kind of like gritty like this because it forces you as a ball player to really make the right decisions offensively. You got to have go-to move for your go-to move, then a go-to move for that, then a go-to move for that. So you got to be able to adjust with whatever the defense does. That's what makes you a really, really great offensive player. So if they do this defensively, what do you do? If they do this, what do you do? They do you got to be able to make adjustments. That's what made you so great back in the day. In my day, man. LVs, I'm sorry, I'm giving my age, but you had to have a move for that because the defense is going to be on you. So for me, I'm cool because that's where you want to see the skill set of these guys offensively. But with all that being said, you got to allow Cat to rock. You can't be calling ticky-tack fouls on him, but you letting dudes grab him and push him and slap him, and you ain't calling nothing. So yeah, man, I'm kind of frustrated about that with Cat because I think that he's not getting the respect that he should. He's getting fouled like every time he's going to that Baja. He's taking them big Ewing steps, and he's getting bumped and pushed. Even that one call, they called like a carry on him. He only carried because the guy knocked him off his path by bumping him. But they didn't call it. But if Cat was to do it, they call that. So, so I just thought that was just terrible, man. Like I didn't really like how they're treating him with these fouls. You know what I'm saying? I think like some things, yes, maybe, but you got to let it rock, man, because you guys are letting everything rock on the other end. So it's got to be the same type of whistle. And now, if you look at the free throw difference, right? They shot. Let me make sure I've got this correct. We shot 15 free throws. I think they shot 29. We were 13 for 15. They were 13 for 19. So what I'm saying is, it's ill because you see where, and Tibs mentioned it. We kind of got out of our rhythm when he sat down. Like when he went out the game, we got out of our rhythm. And once again, like I stated, that it's that 5-out spread, man. That's Cat is the key because he forces defenses to kind of get out of their sets because you got to respect them at the top of the key. And you got to watch for the back doors. Excuse me, because he passes great from the top of the key. So you got to watch that also. So then that leaves it open for Brunson or Bridges cutting or OG Anunoby and then Josh Hart doing what Josh Hart does. But when he's on the bench, now it's like you kind of got to go back to like Brunson being Brunson playing hero ball. And we don't want that. That's why we got Cat, right? So I don't know. I just think that, the refs got to kind of get better with stuff like that, man. They got to let the game rock. Like they got to let it, they got to let it kind of go, man, because I think a lot of times they're kind of letting, I don't know, man. It's just not it's not evenly called, is what I'm getting at. Atlantic Line, man. I'm out of here, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight, man. Take it easy, Atlantic Line. See you Monday, man. See you Monday. So, I just don't feel it's a fair whistle for Cat. I don't think so. My man, this Rover said it's a conspiracy against us. Yeah, it's insane, man. Simple as that. Yeah, man. It's insane, man. I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. And let's take a look at the Cat. Let's take a look at Cat, man. What he's been doing, man. I mean, look at these numbers for him, man. He's leading the league in rebounds, 14.2 for the Big Cat, 16 straight. Actually, tonight makes 17 straight double-doubles. 167 rebounds over the last 10 games, most by a Knick in the 10-game span. Look at that. 354 total rebounds this season, most by a Knick through the first 25 games of the season. So with these type of numbers, you got to respect the guy, man. You got to respect what he's doing. But he's not getting the call, man. He's not getting respect to the whistle. He's just not. And to me, that's the frustrating part, man. Because this guy's dominating in all aspects of the game. He's averaging 25 a game, 14 boards. I mean, look at those numbers, man. Those numbers are insane. Like, it's out of this world what he's doing. But to me, he's got to get the whistle too, man. He's not getting that. But yet, so if he touches anybody a little bit, he's getting calls, man. He's getting, and that's what threw him off tonight. And so I think that, you know, we got to be mindful of that. But you see these numbers, man. You see what he's doing, man. He's having an all-worldly type of year, man. And he should definitely, once again, I said it on my short, I said it on my other shows. He's got to be in the conversation for not just first team All-NBA, which I think is pretty much, if he keeps on doing what he's doing, is a lock. But definitely have been that, you know, that all-star that MVP conversation. I think that's got to be a heavy conversation to be had, man, because look at these numbers. Look what he's doing. Even though he had an off night, he still had a double-double tonight, man. So that's 17 straight games of a double-double. You got to love what the big man's doing. All right, man. So let me take a look, man. Let's go to the chat, man. See what everybody's talking about, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with LV Live on this Saturday. It's cold in the city, man. It's cold. You know what I mean? I had to take out the North Face, man. I like doing that. It's too cold, man. Big Taz said the captain Brunson was flaming in this game. He was, sir. He was. This Rover says, I'm glad JB can turn off the captain mode and turn back on JB mode. Agreed. Big Taz said the Pelicans tried to make it ugly. Listen, man, they did. But Big Taz, listen, that's the only way they were going to win, man. That's the only way they were going to win. That's it, Big Taz. They had to make it ugly, man. That's the only way they were going to do that to somewhere get a victory. But the captain said, no, that's not going to happen tonight. I know he was in here. Jericho Sims. Listen, yeah, man, give him his flowers. He was the man tonight. He played really, really well, Knicks 100 GM. He really did. Gideon says JB was a mastermind tonight. He was. Gideon also says Bridges starting to find his niche. He is, man. Gideon, he is. And I don't listen, you hear all the chirping. Everybody's quiet, man. Except over here on this channel, right? On this channel, you hear I'm talking that talk. Let it be known how I said, listen, man, you guys got to chill it out with this guy. Chill out. And look what he's doing, man. Look how, because you're going to need him. I said it here. You're going to need him. And look how he's playing, man. Look how he's playing. Rondo said the big dogs show up when they have to. The captain led the way to a big win. Agreed. This Rover says OG's got to go to the witch doctor to get rid of the shooting curse. Mikal. Yo, I don't know. Listen. OG had a good game, man. I thought he played good tonight, this Rover. Yo, man, look, you're not going to have it every night. But I thought he played well in other aspects. Oh, man. Gravity says Brunson still got it when he wants to. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. He's the man. Tim says the team each game we're still trying to figure out. I think after the All-Star break, we should be locked and ready to make a run for the chip. Agreed. I can't wait to get Mitch back, Tim. We got to get Mitch back. Man. That's the key. This Rover says, I want to chip just a tiny bit about Mikal because his mid-range has taken a hit over his threes nowadays, yo, man. He's cooking in all aspects. And then Klein just got up out of here, but he said everybody's mad quiet about Mikal. Everybody, man. Everybody's quiet. And they know who they are. They all quiet. Big Tasses, but now people are whispering about OG Anunoby. I hope they're not whispering. They shouldn't be. Listen, he's still doing what he does, man. He's getting after it defensively. He's coming up with timely baskets. That 40-point explosion was an outlier, man. That's not really who he is, man. He can score, yes, but he's not going to be dropping 25, 30 a night. He's not that type of guy. He's just not. You got to understand who he is and what his superpower is. He's not that type of guy, man. He's just not. So I think that, that kind of everybody needs to chill with that, man. Big Tass that LV Sims is getting minutes because they're they gonna trade him. They try to get people to kind of see what he looks like. Yo, that's funny, man. Yo, that's funny. They trying to say, yo, man, look. See, he's good. You know what I mean? Good. He rebound, block shots. All right, so let's do this. Let's make that deal. It's Brock Aller, man. It's Brock Aller and those guys are talking, Leon. They're over there on the phones, man, chirping about Sims, saying, yo, see him out there, what he's doing? That's what they're doing on the jack, man. They can make them deals. Oh, man, that's funny. Knicks 100 Jim says Sims played 3 minutes one game and Sims in 9 minutes the next game. He was never the problem. Tibs says Leon Rose and his front office got to be the best front office team in history. If he wins us the chip, nothing else needs to be said about him and our team. Agreed. Mr. Blank said, I love how Cat had an off night, but Brunson stepped up and took charge. I love this team can balance all these players' minutes. You know what it is, Mr. Blanks, man? That's what happens when you got stars, man. That's what separates all the teams from the rest is the star power. Who can make a big shot when a big shot is needed, right? And so that's what Brunson does, man. Because of his ascension, that's why the Knicks made this decision to build around him because of what you saw tonight. He was doing this all last year. So the Knicks said, all right, when we got our guy, we don't need anybody else. We just need to add a piece to him. And that's why they made the move for Towns. So now you got two guys that could really get a bucket, right? That's the key. When all else is failing, go get a bucket. And that's what he did tonight. This wasn't no like, I'm running a set for you. It was like, no. 1-4 flat. Give me a screen at the top of the key. Let me do me. That's what it is. And when you got a guy like that, it doesn't matter what type of defense you play, man. He gonna get his. And to me, that's what separates the good teams from the great teams. Who's got the guy? Knicks and Honey Jam said the jury is still out on the front office. Tim, we overpaid for everything we got. No, we did not. Yeah, man. Yeah, happy holidays to you, Mr. Blanks. Knicks and Honey Jam says Cat's got to be healthy for 3 years in a row. And so does OG Anunoby. We're gambling. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think we overpaid for any of those guys. Those guys are legit ball players, man. Legit. Anybody would have overpaid for OG Anunoby because he's that good. He's that good, man. You got to respect who he is. He's really that good, man. That's why he's getting the bread he's getting. Same thing with Towns. Towns is getting $50 million. You see why. You see what he's doing. There we go. We was out of rhythm until Sims came in. Here we go. We was down like 10 or 15 points until Sims came in. Okay. I don't agree with that. Tim, if Tibs was to ever win a championship, he's got to be in consideration as one of the best coaches of all times. Listen, man, agreed, man. Listen, that's the thing that's missing from Tibbs' mantle. He's already got Coach of the Year, right? He won that 1 year, right? So he's already got that underneath his belt. So now he's got to win a chip, man. And I think with this team, if things go right, we make another couple of moves, I think he can win more than one with this team. I think we're that good. I think we're that good. Hey man, really quick. On that note, I got something to play for y'all, man. This is what Chuck said the other night.
East, in my opinion. And first of all, I still think the Knicks are the second best team in the East, in my opinion. And first of all, this is a serious win for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's mad now, but if he can win in New York, it would the NBA
changes his legacy.
His whole life.
Yeah.
So he's on a better team. They are a legit contender. But like you say, man, if he can win in New York, because New York, it's an amazing place.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny and
he's from that area.
Kenny's annoying with the New York stuff, but when I played in my day, and Shaq knows this and Kenny knows this, when the Knicks have a good team, the NBA takes over better.
Chuck said it best, man. Chuck said it best. So, Tim, to your point, it changes everything, man. It changes everything for Tibbs, but not just Tibbs. It changes everything for Towns, for Brunson, for everything, for the whole league. And we are a contender right now. Chuck just said it. And we all know we've all had issues with the TNT crew. They haven't really supported the Knicks. The only one up there is Kenny. Kenny from Queens. You know what I'm saying? He's from Left Rack City. I know Kenny. I don't know him personally, but I seen him play a couple of times when I was a young buck back in the day. My uncle used to take me around, you know what I'm saying? Let's go see a lot of hoopers, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kenny was nice back in the day. So the point that I'm making is people are starting to see what the potential of this team is. And I think that the more we continue to build, it changes everything, Tim. Not just for Tibbs, but for everything, man. Everything. Let me see what we got here. Mr. Blake says, Cat, even on an off night, was productive. Brunson had 39 points, and Cat was a double-double. Looks good. Jericho Sims looked great tonight. The team is starting to click on all cylinders. Agreed, man. Agreed. Mr. Blanks, man, you got to understand, too, the key is that they're learning how to win these games when they're kind of mucky like this, right? When they're kind of like grimy, these grimy games, you got to know how to win these games. You have to, because it's not going to be easy. This league is not easy. And so if you can win these games and know how to win these games, that's what kind of propels you to be one of the elite teams in this league. Because you know how to win these games. You don't really get caught off guard like that. Even when you have a tough night, you still know how to get a win. And that's all that matters. Mr. Blake said facts. When the Knicks are good, New York Knicks fan lets you know, right? Agreed, man. Agreed. That's how it should be, man. Because the hate is real. Trust me. A lot of people don't want us to be good. Here we go. Knicks on the GM. Still not buying what Mikal is selling. How are you not buying it, man? How are you not buying it? He's playing out of his mind these last. Since that doozy that he had out there in Charlotte, when everyone started destroying this guy, he's been playing out of his mind, man. On both ends of the court. So you got to give him his flowers, man. He's too good of a player to be in a slump like this, man. So it just takes time. And he looks like he's turning the corner, man. You got to give him his props. This Grover, real question is, why are we playing on Christmas Day? We always play, man. We always play on Christmas Day, man. We are one of the flagship organizations in the NBA, man. When we're good, we always play on Christmas Day. It was always like that when I was growing up. The Knicks always played on Christmas Day. Always. Tim says, Brunson is built for New York. Then Randall, that's why we got rid of him, and it showed the other night we beat them. Yeah, man. Randall did something, man. He did, but I'm not surprised, man. This is what Randall does, though, Tim. You know what I'm saying? Like, he getting his feelings, man. He's an emotional dude. You remember that's why they had the who was it? They had the sensei on the sideline. Remember about 2 seasons ago? He was on the sideline whispering to Randall in his ear, like trying to meditate him or give him meditation. Like, my man, what's wrong with you, man? Just go out and play ball. Like, why you need to be meditated or whatever was going on? Yeah, Randall was never built for the city, man. Never. Mr. Blank said, we definitely won the Cat trade. Cat works with his team, and Minnesota looks dysfunctional. Leon Rose made a great business move that the Knicks would benefit for years to come. Agreed. Tim says, I still think we have one piece away from us being a dynasty team for 2 to 3 in a row. If we have, right piece. Yeah, you know what it is, Tim? We're missing like another wing, like another big wing to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like another big wing. Like I would love if we could. I mean, of course we can't, but somebody similar to like a Trey Murphy coming off the bench, right? Somebody like that. You get somebody like that, and then if we were somehow, some way able to get Dante back, you understand what I'm saying? Something like that to come off the bench. Then I think we good. Oh, he said that's Pac-Man. He said Pacome Dadier is Trey Murphy III. Yo, let me tell you something. Knicks on the GM. I saw Dadier the other night when we were crushing the Wolves, and he came in the game right for bum minutes, and he stunk it up, man. And I kind of got frustrated with him because I said, "Listen, man, it's like what Deuce told Acapulco. These are your minutes to gain the trust from Tibbs. You can't be out here like lollygagging, not focusing, man. Like, yo, because then Tibbs snatched him out. You peep that? He snatched him out and he put Matt Ryan in. Because Dadier just looked like he just wasn't, yo, man. You got to be focused in these minutes, man. You got to be focused. That's what Deuce was trying to tell Acapulco, and he needs to tell that young kid the same thing. These minutes matter, man. Don't think because the game is over, we done blew these guys out, that these minutes on the court, you got to look at this, yo, it's my opportunity to try to earn some minutes for next game because you're building for each game. Because if not, Tibbs is going to do exactly what he did that game. He snatched that boy out and he put Matt Ryan in. In bum minutes, he did that. So that's what I'm saying, man. So I think he's still got a lot of maturing to do, and that's okay, man. He's a young player, right? So just give him time. But he's not ready yet, man. I listen, I said it. I like Dadier, but I don't think he's going to be ready for another 2 seasons. He's only 18, man. So I give him 2 more years because he's got to learn how to be a pro, man. He's got to learn how to be a pro. This league is the best league in the world, so it's different than playing overseas. It's not the same. It's not. So he's got to learn how to be a pro over here in the States. So give him 2 years, man. Give him 2 years. Let him marinate. Let him marinate over here in the G League. Let him come up here and get get a little sweat run up here a couple of times for bum minutes. Let him marinate, man. I think he'll be all right. This Rover says the first 4-day break, where was the transformation of Brickle to him? What? Yo, this Rover. Knicks 100 Gyps says Pac-Man's a beast. Don't sleep. Listen, man. I'm not sleeping on the kid. I mean, he's just not ready yet, man. He's just not ready. He's not ready at all, and that's okay. That's okay. But you gotta earn your keep, man. Once again, let him marinate. I think he'll be fine. He's the total package. Yeah, man. I mean, I think he's good. I think the kid is good, man. But he's still only 18. He's got a long ways to go, man. You know what I'm saying? I think just give him time. Let it kind of, just give him a minute, man. I give him 2 years. 2 years, then he'll know how to be a pro in this league. This league is no joke, man. So you got to kind of let him, This Rover says, some flash. Yo, why you call him that? It's 19. I agree. He'll be fine. He doesn't need immediate trip. Yo, why you call him that, man? Yo, this Rover, my man. Yo, this room will be having a name. Yo, what did you call OG Anobi? What did you call him, a Nigerian prince? And what did you call what did you call Acapulco? Didn't you call him like the Big Mermaid or something like that? Yo, my man, where you getting these names from? Yo, I love y'all, man. Yo, this is why I do this, man. Come here and rocking with y'all every night, man. Yo, this is y'all crazy, man. I can't stop laughing. The diet equals simple. Yo, who called him that? Josh Hart called him that, right? The diet. You wild boys, man. You wild boys. Yo, you got me choking over here. Yo, y'all wild boys up in here, man. Yo, y'all be wild. Yo, Josh Hart called him that, right? He called him the diet. Yo, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh, here we go. Yo, Precious look horrible tonight. Yo, my man, let's look. Yo, he didn't have a great game tonight. He didn't have a great game. It happens, man. Just like it happened to Sims, right? It happens. What I like is this, though, with Tibs, and you got to give Tibs credit. When dudes stink it up, he gives them another opportunity to kind of make amends for that. You got to love that from a coach, man. You got to love that. You know, you don't want a coach that, kind of like you play bad and it's over for you after that. You finished. Because what does that do for your confidence? Because you're going to need this guy down the road. You know what I'm saying? So I love that with Tibs, that he's able to kind of like let guys shake it off and then kind of give him another opportunity. I love that. Mr. Blank says Dottie isn't ready, but his potential is to be real. Yo, listen, man, he's got great potential, man. I love Dottie, man. I do. But I just think he's 2 years out. 2 years out. Tim says our rookies we have is going to be really good in like 2 or 3 years, especially Kolick and Dottie. Leon Rose, the truth. We got to respect his basketball mind. Agreed. Yeah, it was Josh, right? Yo, man. That was funny, man. That was a good laugh tonight. Mr. Blank says every team needs a teammate like Josh Hart. He's too funny. Yeah, man. Listen, man. That's what it is. And you know what he is too, man, with Josh Hart? Not just the heart and soul. He's kind of like, he's kind of like the bully. You know what I'm saying? You need that on the team, man. You need that on the squad. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's going to wake dudes up. You know what I'm saying? And kind of give him an elbow here and there and kind of say, yo, my man, tighten up. You need a guy like that. And that's what he is for this team. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he is the heart and soul of this team. No pun intended, right? So, he deserves all that. Nick's 100 GM says, we got a good squad. Yeah, we do, man. Listen, I think we're legit, man. I think we're legit. I think we're good now. And I think also, too, Nick's 100 GM is that we're starting to find our rhythm. Those 3 days off was big. Those 3 days off were big. I think that we really learned a lot about ourselves. And then, getting a good understanding. And then also, too, Tibbs working out these lineups, right? Because I like what Tibbs is doing, man. I like what he's doing. I like how he's, using guys in different aspects of the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we just got to continue to stack days. Like, I don't, this win is cool, but I'm over this. I'm thinking about Toronto already. You got to continue to stack days, stack wins to get better. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the more you do that, the better you're going to be as a team, because every win, loss, whatever, you learn from it. You get better from it. Like, they learned a lot about themselves from this win tonight. They learned a different thing about themselves from the game against the Timberwolves. So just continue to stack days, stack wins, keep your head down. And before you know it, you look up, you'll be like 40-15 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Your record will be ill, but you're not paying attention. You're stacking days. You continue to get better, continue to build on the team, building the team camaraderie, learning how to win games. And yo, man, the goal is at the end to be hoisting up the trophy, right? You know what I'm saying? To knock off Boston, because that's who you're chasing, because they're legit. You know what I'm saying? So to be like teams like OKC, Boston, all these other elite teams, that's who you're chasing, because those are the guys that's gotten to the mountaintop. So, you know, in order to really get there, man, you got to get through those guys, which to me, that's the way it should be. Nixon Hunter Jim says, I want Warren to take Ryan's spot, though. I think Ryan might get waived, man. I think he's waiting for I think Shaman is close, man. I think Shaman is close to being ready. Oh, excuse me, it's late, man. Just watching some football today too, man. Watching the college games. Yo, I didn't even know the NFL games was on today, man. I wanted to see the Mahomes game. They won today. I didn't even know they had games on today, man. They had games on last night too. They had the Ravens play last night too. I didn't even know they had them games on. That's ill. They had them games, or the Ravens play today. I saw it so quickly, but I think he's going to get waived, man. He's waiting for Shaman. I think Shaman is getting close, and I think he's going to be a great addition off the bench offensively. You know what I'm saying? So Shaman's getting close. So that'll be another punch. You know what I'm saying, that we need coming off the bench. Tibs says, LV, man, we need to get that StreamYard. Yo, man, it's be acting up sometimes, man. Try to do it a couple times, maybe. I'm gonna have some good things coming in the future, man. Definitely in the future. Like definitely after the new year, I'm gonna have some things. I'm gonna have some things for you guys. Definitely. So honestly, I think Mo Cheeks being added as our assistant coach helps out a lot and will help us get us far than we was last year into the Eastern Conference Finals or Finals. Yeah, listen, man, I think Mo Cheeks is a great basketball mind. You know, he's been doing it a long time, so I think, you know, Tibs trust him, so that definitely helps in a lot of different aspects. But just gotta keep building, man, keep building. But I think they're waiting for Shamit, man. I think Shamit's close. Next 100 GM said, I saw Shamit dunking on Twitter. Yo, listen, man. Yeah, man. I think he's close, man. I think he's close. This Rover says, I hope Jacob Toppin starts to a level up, right? 6'8" wing. We have him cooking. Yeah, man. He's got to just start getting better, man. He's you know, you eventually got to turn the corner, right? This Rover, you eventually got to turn the corner and start developing and start getting better. You can't continue to just be the same player. You got to grow, man. You got to grow and get better in all aspects. And I'm speaking of, you just need to find your way how you can get on the court. Deuce found his niche was defensively. And then he started knocking down shots. Then he started getting more minutes, and then he started playing better. Then he got a good deal. Like, you know, he's got a really good contract now. You know, Deuce talked about it. He's able to get a nice apartment in the city now. He's making some bread. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find your niche. Find your niche to get on the court. Then the coach will be open to you doing other things too. And these guys got to figure that out, man. Deuce has figured it out. So if I'm those guys on the bench, I'm really talking to him because he's found the niche to get on the bench, to get Tips' trust, to really produce at a high clip. Because here's the reality. If Deuce was to hit the market like this summer, he would get big-time money someplace. Big money. Big money. So he's earned that. You know what I'm saying? So these guys got to figure that out, man. They got to chop it up with him, man. I think through that, you know what I'm saying, they'll really learn a lot about this league and things that they need to do, because I think Toppin's got a great upside, man. But he's got to learn, man. He's got to learn, man. He's got to learn. He's got to get better. That's the key. All right, but listen, guys, listen, that's my show, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, man. All right, I truly do. I do this for y'all. But listen, I'm going to be back Monday to talk about that Raptors game. So hopefully we can get another victory that day and be 19-10. All right, so please come through and check that out Monday. All right, but listen, once again, that's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through and you're watching this on replay, please subscribe, and also, too, please leave comments, because I do respond to comments. All right, but listen, people, that's my show, and I'm out of here, people, and I'm LV Live, and I'm out. Peace.